This is exactly how I made €850 in one day using Lovable. The client is transferring the second half this Monday, and in this video I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step blueprint so you can replicate this yourself. But before we open the laptop, you need to understand the backstory of the offer. Because if you just try to sell a generic website, you're going to fail. Standard websites have very little perceived value, and instead we're going to sell a solution to a massive painful problem. It all started on Google Maps. I was looking at high-end local businesses in my area, and then I stumbled upon a luxury car dealership. They were selling Bentleys, Porsches, and high-end cars. And that was the first indicator for me. This business sells incredibly lucrative products, meaning one sale for them is worth thousands of euros. And then I saw indicator number 2, which was their website. It was an absolute disaster. It looked like it was built about 20 years ago on WordPress. It loaded slowly, it looked terrible, and this told me everything I needed to know. This guy definitely has money to spend, but he has a terrible online presence. So, I didn't just send him a cold email saying, hey, your website sucks. Instead, I used an AI platform called Lovable, which I'm sure all of you have heard of, to build a stunning, fully functional website in literally minutes. I'll show you exactly how I did that in just 1 second. When I reached out to him and presented him this free demo, it instantly caught his attention as he was looking at his own brand but 100 times better. And it was completely out of nowhere. However, the main selling point wasn't the website. To charge a premium price, I had to solve a problem for him. So what we did is we dug deep, we got on a call with him, and we found out his actual pain point. You know what his biggest problem was? He told me he was getting absolutely flooded with calls and people that were wasting his time. He couldn't distinguish the people that are just looking for a 10 grand car or the people that are looking to buy a Porsche. So instead of just selling him a website for a minimum price, I sold him his time back. I integrated an automated lead qualification system into his new website that we built him. Now the website automatically filters out the time wasters, saving him his time, and only sends him hot qualified leads. And when it came to the payment, I made it an absolute no-brainer. I told him it's 50% now and 50% when the service is delivered. And for a business owner, this risk reversal is very appealing compared to people that are demanding thousands up front. And I almost forgot to tell you, on top of the €850 design fee, he also signed up for a €125 monthly retainer for local SEO maintenance. So enough talking, let me flip the camera around into the laptop and show you the exact A to B steps on how to make this happen. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Lovable open, GoHighLevel, and Google Maps. Now in GoHighLevel, you wanna go down to prospecting, add prospect, and then here we can narrow down our search and what niche we want it to be. Just for an example, I'm gonna put barbershops. So barber shops. However, I wouldn't recommend this because they're not high ticket. They do work on a lot of volume. However, you could probably still fix one of their problems, sell them something, but it wouldn't be as high ticket as if you were selling it to a car dealership, like in this case. Anyways, we're gonna go barbershops, location. We can say anywhere. We can go London, UK. Now this is going to do a little lead search for us. As you can see down here, it's going to show us the different leads that came up. And now through here, we can see their conversion rate, their online presence, if they have a website or not, their reviews, etc. Definitely recommend going for the businesses that have more reviews and more positive reviews. They have 2,000 reviews. They've had a lot of customers, other than the ones that have 3 or 4 reviews, because most likely they're not an active business anymore. And sometimes it can show you that. Anyways, let's have a look at what we've got here. Now we're gonna pick one out of here. Let's have a look. This one, we're gonna check if they have a website. They don't. From the United Kingdom, Jeff's Barbers. Now, as we can see here, Jeff's Barbers, they have 996 reviews with a 4.8 rating. So what you wanna do, you wanna press add, and you wanna generate report. So prospect added, generate and report. Now you can do this as many times as you want. You can add the prospects. So we're gonna go back to prospect accounts. We have all accounts here. We can open their Google Maps here. We can have a look through it. Now, see 1,000 reviews, a lot of reviews. So what we want to do now is we want to do this. We're going to go like this, scroll down. You want to copy paste as much information as you can off their Google business profile. Come into Lovable, paste it in. Now let's say, build me a high converting website. What we're going to do is just paste. We're going to give it a minute now. Perfect. So as you can see here, literally, 5 minutes, it built us a first demo website for Jeff's Barbers. You can see here it has all their information, a couple of CTAs, view services, all the services they offer. And it's literally 5 minutes and you can build. All you have to do is call them, speak to them, offer them a free demo website. You can tell them that they can have a look at it. If they don't like it, they never have to speak to you again. But most business owners, when they see this, they're quite impressed because, especially if it's your business and you're quite passionate about your business, of course, if you see a website that you didn't have about your business, you're going to be quite like amazed. Now, of course, as soon as the client says yes, you do want to put more effort into it. You want to work out a back end. Like I said, you want to find out their problem and you want to solve it. And overall, bring more value to the deal than just the website. Because as you can see, it took us 5 minutes to make. It's very easy. And one tip to make sure you do is when you publish the site, usually it publishes under a Lovable app domain, let's say. What you want to do is you want to go into Namecheap, GoDaddy, whatever, or if you already have a domain, you want to use a subdomain for the time being. So for example, for my business, I have my main domain, and then I have 2 or 3 subdomains that I use for test websites, so I can add that domain, and when I send a test demo to them, they can't tell I use Lovable to make it, because worst case, they search up what Lovable is and they make it themselves. Anyways, you want to reach out to them, call them, cold email, whatever it is. I recommend calling. However, I can tell you that cold emails do work, especially because you do add that link to the demo site. However, Lovable is based on credits, so you don't want to use too many credits on doing this. But anyways, there's many methods to doing this. You can literally keep doing it. GoHighLevel, you can do it manually through Google Maps. However, I do recommend doing it through HighLevel. It's quite useful as you also generate them a report. So as you can see here, you can press view report and you can check out. You can literally export this as a PDF and send it to the business, which is what I did for the client at the start of the video, which does make you look a lot more professional. As you can see here, listings 0, business details 0, website performance 0, then other website, SEO analysis 24. You know, as soon as a business sees this marketing audit report, they can clearly see that there's something missing and that their online presence could be improved a lot. And this is my favorite part about the report, is if you scroll down, it will show their SEO heat map, let's say, and they can see what rank they're in. In this case, they're not a bad rank, they're ranked number 6. As you can see, you can do this 100 times a day, let's say, reach out to 100 people a day, and eventually you will get that 1 client, 2 clients, 3 clients a month. And yeah, it's easy money. It takes you 1 day to set up. It's a lot of money. And if you're doing this in the right volume and you're signing 3-4 clients a month, you're making 3-4 grand a month. It's not bad. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you found this valuable, subscribe, drop a like on the video. And yeah, thank you for watching.